Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We have a guest in our studio. Is doing with my program Lifestyle with Dr. Mobi, and we have Carl. We welcome you to our show, Carl.
Thank you.
And Carl is one of our few guests which actually really followed my book, Diet, Sleep, Exercise, and he's one of the first few ones. If you look at the back, he's the one had great success. And today what we'll do is we'll learn from him first, how was that instance where he realized that he has to change his lifestyle. So walk me through backwards your story.
Well, it all started with a visit to the doctor and getting the diagnosis that I was pre-diabetic.
Yeah, okay.
And that, if I didn't do something within the next 30 days, that they were going to put me on insulin. So I asked the doctor for advice, and me and you talked, getting some exercise, changing my eating regimen, and of course, sleep apnea and working through that and getting good sleep. So it was a detailed process, slow, nothing quick. Mainly was controlling my calories and getting exercise.
Great. So where do you think, it made a difference to realize to take care of your self-realization? Like, we all go through that. We have a stepping stone event where we realize, we are blessed with great health and we really need to take care of our body, right?
Yes.
That's to me, same was the process. That in my life I had also stepping stone where I had irregular heartbeat, and I felt, oh my God, I can lose all what I have. And then we really don't taking our health for granted. We never actually concentrate on taking care of our health. That was my story. And then same, you went to doctor, you all of a sudden don't, oh my God, I'm gonna be on insulin.
Yeah.
And that can change your...
It was definitely an eye-opening for me. I mean, I've always been an athletic person, and because of some injuries, I had stopped being athletic. I had stopped exercising, basically, because of pain. But it was a wake-up call for me, for sure.
Wake up. And where do you find resources? Or I'm glad we ran into each other. He happens to be actually my neighbor, so we actually still go out always, and we enjoy food. So lifestyle, please do not take it that means that you have to really give up all what you do. No,
definitely not,
It's just your thinking has to change. You have to put priority to your body first, and you have to keep in mind always that you have to care about your body. That's all we are trying to educate people. There's nothing more than that. So let's go back on where do you think, what changes you really made to some of your eating habits?
So to be honest, I look at it like a budget. You got to track everything that you're doing, and starting that process, you realize just how many calories you're actually taking in. So, and what kind of calories you're taking in. So, I love to eat. And I still eat everything. I just do it in moderation, and I definitely track. Make sure that what I'm taking in is consistent, healthy, and of course, keeping the exercise going as much as possible. That's basically an hour of my life that is worth me doing. So, and it is a mindset change.
And I see also, I would like to share that actually his whole family, his wife and himself, they're always doing very careful about what they eat and do exercise and walk. I see them very regularly. Outside always, and whether it's dark or light, they're always working on their plan. So that's the whole idea. It's not one day thing. It's not 1 month thing. It comes down to your changing forever. Yes. And I think he really shows us what really it means to change the lifestyle. And the other thing is very simple to do. It's really, he didn't have to sacrifice going out or anything, nothing. He really incorporated into his lifestyle, and he just took out things which he thought were not helpful to his body, right?
Right.
And so the calories, that's another fascinating concept, which is it all comes down to net. Basically, you have to be really looking at from the budget perspective and look at the numbers. You cannot justify those numbers. Don't eat, and the portion control, right?
Right. I mean, the biggest thing for me was I didn't want to feel hungry.
Yeah.
So I ate more, but smaller portions, healthy portions, things that were, would fill me up, but that I also enjoyed,
Yeah.
And I try not to deny myself things that I'm going to crave. I just limit them. Yeah.
And that is another concept which I also talk in my book is mindful eating. So one of the reason is that we have to realize that your brain is up here and our satiety center, hunger center is up here, and stomach does not have anything but a bag. So the more you fill the bag, the more you stretch, the bigger it gets, and it's going to ask for more food next time. So if you limit, and if you're going to stop eating, drink water, plenty of water, and you're going to stop eating and still have some appetite left, and you're going to eat multiple times a day, there's a very good chance that you will have better control of what you eat. Because I think one thing I see mostly is with fast food chains, especially the people are on a very tight schedule. They want 5 minutes in and out, and they want to finish what they eat. They don't even remember what they ate, and they just want to shove all the calories they can get right into their esophagus and stomach.
Yeah, actually, one of the things that we did do, my wife and I, to get us on the right track was food preparation. Planning out what we're going to have for breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Oh,
and
that's
then
very good.
If you prepare ahead of time, at least I do, I stick to that. If I take my food with me, I'll eat my food. If I don't, first thing I do is go look for the quickest, hamburger, cheeseburger, whatever. Mm-hmm. So planning that healthy eating and preparing for it, it takes a little work, but now it's a routine for us. We're used to it. We do our grocery shopping, we prepare our food, not everything, but a good bit of it, and then we follow it, and that helps.
And also, let's put some light on also the exercise portion, which is, I believe you do mostly walking and steps.
Yes.
So, what is usually your goal, which you have in mind?
One of the things I started doing was instead of taking a whole hour lunch at work, I take 30 minutes to do my meal, and I go for a 30-minute walk.
Wow.
So I try to incorporate that at least 4 or 5 times a week. And then the evening, I walk, could be 4 miles.
Wow.
Or I go to the gym for an hour, whichever is, based on weather usually.
Yeah.
But I try to do that at least 5 to 6 times a week.
And do you also try to incorporate some of the steps during day? I'm sure you park a little farther and try to walk in the office.
I take the steps. I don't take the elevator, and I have a pretty good walk to my office.
Okay. So that's a very important point, is that sitting disease, which really is really hurting us, because we are sitting in the office most of the time. We don't even realize that, really we were sitting for 1 hour, and body is not actually made to sit for that long. You can develop complications, you can develop actually blood clots even. So if you're sitting idle and not doing anything, the blood can really clot, and that's one of the things which people don't realize, that body is made to walk or do something. You cannot just sit idle. I think he really puts emphasis on lifestyle, and that's so great to learn from you, Carl. And he's an example that if you really put self-realization and self-evaluation and take care of your body, there's nothing you cannot do. He doesn't have to go on insulin. He has saved so much cost on healthcare.
No insulin. I was on blood pressure medicine. I no longer take that. Mm-hmm. And so I was kind of the trifecta. I had the sleep issue, which I got resolved. Mm-hmm. I lost the weight and eating healthy, and doing exercise. So all those things definitely played out.
Okay. And see, so we all have few points from his learning. So I would just summarize. It's very easy to do. Just it has to come from self-realization, and whatever we do, it comes down to keeping that lifestyle forever. And so unfortunately we all go into this habit that no, it's difficult. And I was same. I had, if somebody asked me a few years ago whether I would ever lose any pound, I would say no, it's very difficult, and I would literally make fun of salads and so forth. And but now I'm the one sitting in front of you all and actually telling you how to do that. So, but one thing is very important, I do it every day. So I never gave up, and I still am same. And I really practice that before preaching you all. So, and I encourage everybody, and the whole idea of this program is to encourage people that yes, there is a life without medication. There is a life if we make changes. We can do that, and we can really enjoy a lot of our what we do and what we really should be doing, in my opinion. So it was really pleasure seeing you, Carl, and thank you for sharing tips with us. And we really thank you again.
Thanks for having me.
And hope to see you next week. This is Lifestyle with Dr. Mobi. Thank you. Keep watching Lifestyle with Dr. Mobi, and I am Dr. Mobi.